Hello everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest episode of my weekly watch roundup. Those films and TV things that I've been watching over the course of the past week. So let's get into it. Okay, like normal, I'm going to split this into two parts. Film and TV, obviously. I'm going to go with film first. There wasn't too many films this week. Then I'll hit the TV stuff after that. So I think the first film I watched this week was Death on the Nile, the Kenneth Branagh sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. I did do a review for this. I wasn't overly impressed. The story was okay, obviously. Agatha Christie, isn't it? Poirot, so the story's there. However, I felt that the film, it felt like it was all filmed on a studio, within a studio. I didn't get a sense of the heat for Egypt. The backdrops looked horrible. As in real CG fake backdrops. It just didn't look right. The world didn't look real to me. And also there was other stuff within the context of the story that was an issue as well. Wasn't very good at all. And obviously these Agatha Christie films or stories, they all seem to be, they seem to be very familiar in what they do, in that they're all pretty much exactly the same, but the stuff around it changes. It's always a group of people. I know it's like a whodunit and this sort of a thing, but everyone has a reason for doing something. It ain't like there's anyone who's just like, oh, you're not involved at all. But yeah, anyway, so that was that. I did have it pre-ordered actually on Steelbook. I knocked that pre-order. Yeah, I'll stick with the first one. I may pick it up at some point when it's really, really cheap. But Kenneth Branagh was fantastic in it. That's the only thing I can say. Next up was Deep Water. Yeah, Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. Is that her name? Anyway, I reviewed this as well. That would have come yesterday. This film was a mess, really. It didn't know what it wanted to be. Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas had no chemistry whatsoever on screen. The film introduced plot points or threads just to drop them. Characters sort of vanished throughout the film. Just a pretty damn mess of the film. But like I said, I go into more detail in my review. And next up, I watched Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes, Nick Fury's film. David Hasselhoff's star. That's all I'm going to say about that, because this forms part of my comic book retro review series, and this is for one of my upcoming episodes. So, why not hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because then you'll know when this film, my review for this film drops. Okay, so that's it for film. That's all I watched. Now I'm going to move into TV territory, and you'll see why I didn't watch many films. Okay, so this week, what did I watch? I watched Walking Dead. It's primarily one of the reasons why I didn't watch many films, because I was about 4 episodes behind on The Walking Dead, and I watched them all over a couple of days and caught up. And I don't know why I've not been watching them weekly, because at the moment the series seems to be on a bit of a high. I'm really enjoying what they're doing. Negan is back again. Well, he didn't really disappear for long anyway, but he's back, and he's now married and this sort of a thing, which is fantastic. I love the character of Negan. Just a joy. All these episodes, I've really sort of, there's been some low points in the series, obviously, but it seems to be back to a sense of strength at the moment. Picard episode 5. Yep, season 2 episode 5. I thought this was somewhat slower episode. It introduced Brent Spiner again. I didn't really feel that was necessary to keep having the same characters appear. I mean, it makes sense in the context of the story that he's there in the past as Sung and this sort of a thing. But yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying it. I like the stuff with the Bald Queen and Agnes. But I just feel like they're writing this to appease people, to appease the fans. Let's take a look at what worked in the past and what fans really loved, and let's take them elements. So, you know, the Borg, time travel to to Earth, in the past. Let's take these elements, you know, the mirror universe, which they've done in the in like the second episode. Let's take these sort of elements and run with them and mix something together. So we're hitting all those notes that the fans really love. But yeah, episode 2 of Halo. Undecided on the programme at the moment. I think the money, you know, on screen the budget looks good, the money looks like it's there. I don't know. I know people have issue with it when they compare it to the games. I've never played the games. I'm not a gamer. So for me, I'm just watching it as a TV series with no knowledge of anything that has come before. Obviously, I'm aware it's a game, but that's about as far as my knowing of it goes. So I'm rather ignorant when it comes to Halo before this TV series. Moon Knight. Yep, Marvel's new series, Moon Knight episode 1. Now, interestingly, this is Marvel's 6th show, isn't it? Yes, if you include the animated What If. This is Marvel's 6th show. Now, all 5 series that have come before, you've had familiarity with, in that you've had Wanda and Vision in the first series. You had Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson, you know, Falcon in the second series, and you had Loki, right? You had What If, right? And then you had Hawkeye. So these are all characters that you've been made familiar with through the films, that you go into and you know what you're going to get from that character. Essentially, you know who it is, so you haven't got the investment is already there. Now this is Disney Plus's first Marvel series for a brand new character, so I was really looking forward to it, and it didn't disappoint for me. There was elements of it that I was like, okay, the voice, the suit, very Venom type of a sort of thing going on there. I wasn't too keen on that in a sense, but no, the way the suit worked looked fine. I didn't have an issue with that. It was more the voice and the sort of trying to make it a bit more comedic in that sense with the voice in his head, like Venom, like the symbiote. But no, it was all right. Then I watched the latest episode of The Endgame. I fell asleep. Yep, I didn't even go back to watch it. So I think that I am done with that series now. It just seemed to be same old, week on week, and it's just getting a bit silly in that sense. I think I'm going to say goodbye to that. And then last thing was, well, not the last thing, but because these ain't in order, was Family Guy. Yeah, latest episode of Family Guy, which I watch every week. Or when it's on, when there's a new episode. I love Family Guy. This episode was a story revolving around Lois, who got addicted to Brian, the dog, his painkillers, and yeah, and then there was another storyline. The B storyline was about Peter throwing out his old ping pong table, and Cleveland across the road taking it and fixing it up, and then all the neighbourhood hanging around Cleveland to play ping pong. Peter gets jealous, wants his table back, and goes into a match against Cleveland for whoever wins gets the ping pong table back. Yeah, and that was it. So those were my watches for the week. So yeah, that's it. Me done. Let me know down below what you've been watching. If you watch any of this stuff, what you think about it. I have got reviews for a lot of this stuff online anyway. Not Walking Dead, not Family Guy. I skipped out on Endgame, obviously. But all the other stuff, yeah. And obviously, like I said, that Nick Fury film review is to come. So keep an eye out for that. Hit the notification bell and the subscribe button, and it will tell you when that comes up. And it will be in a few weeks. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, so this is AJ. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.